Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Brigham. We're here with Straight and Level at NBA 2022. We're here with Laurence from Bombardier. Tell the audience what your job title is and exactly what you do for Bombardier.
Sure, thank you for having me. Again, my name is Laurence Casia. I'm the Manager of Industrial Design and Cabin Innovation at Bombardier. I've been here with Bombardier for about 11 years, and we're really happy to be back at NBAA in Orlando.
That's great. So I know you've got a lot of new things going on this year. In particular, I've heard some great things about the new Global 7500 8000 cabin.
Yes.
Tell us about the innovations you guys have brought out this year.
So this year we were really excited to announce what we're calling the executive cabin. The Global 7500 and Global 8000 are already flagship aircraft. Customers love BACE, the speed, the performance, but the use case for a corporate customer is a little bit different. Our customers have been telling us they don't necessarily need all four zones, they don't need a bedroom or an entertainment zone. And they were looking for something a little bit more versatile with more space so that they can be more productive. So what we decided to do is we use the same fuselage length, but we transformed that from a 4-zone aircraft to a 3-zone aircraft. Each zone being now 12 feet instead of previously 9 feet.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so each of those zones offered a little bit more personal space. Sometimes it's not family necessarily that's traveling together, it could be executives, giving them a little bit more personal space and to focus on productivity.
So there's something about a new seat you call the cloud seat?
Yeah, so we've been offering what we call the nuage seat since 2018 when the first 7500 entered service, and that's on all our global platforms today. That's the first new seat architecture that has been offered in the business jet space in the last 30 years. We're really excited. It has a lot of features that focus on ergonomics, and also the style of that seat is something we're really, really proud of as well. So
one of the things I read about is the cabin pressure altitude of this aircraft. I mean, I'll let you tell us what it is, but I'm just astonished. Your average airliner is 6,500 feet.
So on our business aircraft, we're really proud to offer industry-leading cabin altitudes. For example, the Global 8000, when that enters service, will have the lowest cabin altitude of any business jet. It will have a cabin altitude of 2,900 feet.
That's amazing.
When you're cruising at 41,000 feet.
Wow.
Also, our newest aircraft to enter service, which we have on static here today, the Challenger 3500, also had a reduction in cabin altitude from its predecessor, from about 2,000 feet. Its cabin altitude will be around 4,800 feet at flight level 410 at 41.
Oh, that's still amazing comfort. Wow.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of feedback, improved comfort, pilots, they're all more rested and comfortable with the lower cabin altitude.
So with the new introduction 3500, what are the differences or upgrades from the 350?
The 3500, we really wanted to focus on improving on the pedigree that the Challenger 300 and the 350 had before it. So super reliable, it's already the widest in its class, so we really wanted to focus on the cabin experience. So it's actually a completely new interior, in addition to the cabin altitude reduction. All the same features that we're bringing from the Global, but in a slightly different form factor to fit the cabin. A number of productivity improvements. We've added a brand new CMS, which supports 4K, so we have 4K monitors in the cabin. Wireless chargers, again, for convenience for our corporate customers, for example.
Way in the future.
USB-C to power your iPads, any sort of those devices. So we wanted to make sure, power, connectivity, all of that is in line with today's technology. And we wrapped it kind of in a really contemporary, modern look, but that still goes back to previous designs from the Challenger 300 and the Challenger 350. So taking it forward, but making sure we stuck to the pedigree of the Challenger 300 series.
Okay. One other thing I forgot to ask you about on the Global 8000. I understand the aircraft is capable of supersonic flight. Tell us about that.
So yeah, we were really proud of in the feasibility testing of the Global 8000 that we achieved speeds beyond Mach 1. But it's not really necessarily built to fly at that speed. The Global 8000 will be the fastest business jet on the market, and its maximum operating speed will be Mach 0.94.
That's amazing.
But for certification, you need to kind of demonstrate that the aircraft is controllable beyond that. You have to have a certain margin, at which point we did fly the aircraft faster than Mach 1, which is really exciting for us, something we obviously haven't done before. We had a NASA F-18 aircraft chase it to validate the speeds, and we did that multiple times in the feasibility testing, but that's all in order to certify the Global 8000 at Mach 0.94.
Okay, yeah, at 0.94, I'm sure that narrow flight envelope would be really easy to exceed Mach.
That is, I guess, from I understand the reasoning behind the margin, yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit about sustainability in the future for the Ecojet and the blended wing design that you guys have.
So the Ecojet is a research program that we announced a few months ago. And the idea of that program is to investigate what kind of fuselage could help drastically improve CO2 emissions from our business jets. So with this blended wing body concept, we're really exploring like how does that behave, what can that do, and from what we're learning is that even if you were to have conventional engines powered by Jet A, for example, this blended wing, just from aero alone, could reduce your emissions by around 20%.
Wow,
that's and then if you add on to that the progression that's being done by engine OEMs, engine manufacturers, different type of propulsion systems, more electrified systems, you could see something up to almost 50% improvement over what we're seeing from today. So we're really focused on that. Our company is focused on sustainability in the cabin, outside of the cabin. So we're really excited about that Ecojet project. My team, who's responsible for interiors and cabin design, we're exceptionally excited about that because now we have a completely different sandbox to play in.
Yeah, the blended wing is a much different format to design in.
Absolutely, it's much wider. Different dimensions. Where do we locate the galley? Where does the bedroom go? The lavatory? All of these questions are being explored right now.
Lawrence, thank you very much. I'm really happy to learn about more of what you guys are doing, and I can't wait to come over and see the mock-ups of the new aircraft and new interiors.
Thank you. You're more than welcome to come by.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Lawrence.
it.
You bet.